Jeskai. Rip Apart is a pretty good card in Jeskai at the moment, I think, as well. Keep this, put back Unholy Heat, I guess. Run almost to 5. This deck's bad matchups. I think you're not favored against Burn, Living End. Game 1 against Food is tough. There's another matchup that I'm kind of scared of. Enchantress is like really bad. We keep beating it. I'll say this: we're like 3-1 against Enchantress. We keep beating it, but that matchup feels really, really bad. When a most of 5 and gets their Elf bolted, it's pretty bad for them. I didn't restart the client. I probably should have. I'll also say we've been doing a ton of winning today. We've also had some opponents make some like horrible plays against us. Yeah, of course. What kind of person would I be if Esther comes in? You want a piece of pizza, and then say I don't want it, and then deny you the pizza? I know, I'd be terrible. Maybe I do want that pizza, actually. Yeah, you could main deck it on Earth, and it's like a fine main deck card, I agree. If you don't want to play the 4th Ragavan because of budget or whatever. Was the Faithless Brewing Titania deck playing blue? They were also playing Obosh, right? Unless they changed some things. Dude, we hit Upheaval. We hit Upheaval. They conceded. I can't believe it. We hit Upheaval. We could have gone sack Voidwalker, Upheaval, sack Voidwalker, Wild Speaker, cast Upheaval, then cast Wild Speaker. Golly. How's the Asmo matchup? I think Asmo's favored game 1, and then you have like your very favorite games 2 and 3 with 4 Shattering Spree, 2 Alpine Moon, 2 Explosives. Has been my experience. You can also win game 1. It's not like unwinnable. You have like Voidwalker, Kolaghan's command game 1. But like the Asmo decks really prey on like these archetypes in general, so I'm really trying to respect that matchup. I guess I want all the Unholy Heats against the Garruk, Wild Speaker, Arbor Elf, Birds of Paradise deck. I guess also with the 4th Thoughtseize. Kolaghan's command is probably going to be the card we cut here. My top card is Bloodstained Mire. I don't want to draw that, so I'm just gonna think Unholy Heat now. No, I'll bolt because of like Garruk Wild Speaker dying to Unholy Heat, not bolt. I would have bolted the Birds of Paradise in their upkeep if I did want to draw the top card. Elder Gargaroth, heck W. Gargaroth got a big nerf with this card, huh? They have an Ice Fang on top. Their deck's kind of weird. Maybe changes a lot post sideboard. I think I'm gonna play Voidwalker Darcy here. I think it's Ice Fang. We can kill the Ice Fang if we want. We don't need to do it now. We need to have Delerium for Unholy Heat before they can play their Elder Gargaroth next turn. See how they react to this. That's not not Delerium yet. Yeah, not quite Delerium yet. I guess we'll just kill another Ice Fang if they play one here. They'll just die to the Voidwalker attacks. Especially because we just don't have guaranteed Delirium for next turn. We have Delirium now, which is also just more damage for the Darcy. But they have a 3rd Ice Fang. They block Ragavan, they can't trade with Darcy anymore. Yeah, now if they just play They play Gargaroth, they just die. Yeah, and it's also definitely true that a big part of our winning has been to some of our opponents playing terribly. I think I keep. I know that we don't have double black for Voidwalker on turn 2. The castles these cards have kind of seemed a bit awkward so far. Maybe we should just be playing 1, but they could end up being good. We'll see. We're just kind of testing it here. Yeah. We had like a really bad losing streak on Wednesday. I think we had like a really rough stream on Wednesday. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that other people don't also play against bad players, but I'll say a big part of the reason why our record is absurd today is we've probably had like, we've definitely had a higher than average number of those paid actors. Maybe it's good to hold Bauble for discard purposes. I'll keep Darcy on top though. It's kind of bad that if we see a card on top and we want to fetch and bolt in their turn, that we can't do that. So maybe that's more relevant than getting to play around a discard spell. I'm not sure. Right. Titan I think is maybe an unfavorable matchup. I've only played against it a few times. I think that's what we're supposed to take. Milling Kroxa, surveilling Kroxa into the graveyard always feels good. I actually think I'm going to bolt on my upkeep because I really like to find a black source here. Any thoughts about playing the black one that gives fear for first strike? We're playing one of each, Alias. We're playing one of each. Just kind of trying them out. I'm not convinced that they're good. All right, black source would be really good. There we go. Darcy is, in my opinion, I think the best card in Modern Horizons 2. It's a little uncommon that could, huh? Fear seems underwhelming in the current meta. Maybe you're right about that. Fear can't be blocked by same color, or is Fear same? That's Intimidate. Fear is artifact or black creatures. But just like giving your like Ragavan potentially unblockable, or like Tourach, Kroxa, Lurrus feels really strong to me. We have a lot of legends in our deck. Wait, Castle Locthwain tapped? They're really the best they got here. And top land, I guess it's not that big a deal. Sets us up to escape Kroxa next turn. Would I run that legend mox? Probably not in this deck, no. Yeah. Sorry, I thought that they had an untapped land. I know. They didn't have any untapped lands. Just assumed with all these lands they didn't have one, and then I looked and saw that they did. Then. Alright, so there wasn't a window for us to kill the Amulet of Vigor before they got to play a land here. But they don't have another land drop. If they cast a Titan here, we just kill their Amulet. They're done. They cast a Zeus, so we kill Amulet in response. Yeah, just 2 damage, kill artifact. Our draw definitely lined up really well against theirs. Yeah, even if they get Bojuka Bog, we just have the bolts to kill them. I guess they can get Bojuka Bog, Radiant Fountain. No, we're not. Yeah, they're not definitely dead. They can get Bog, Radiant Fountain. Yeah, we Owen dropped the last league because Magic Online crashed and freaked out. Restarted our match. It was a really weird bug. It felt like some bullshit. Felt like I didn't want to finish the league with that start. Yeah, if they don't have both in the main deck, we're good here. No, I wrote a deck guide for Esper Blade for Channel Fireball. There's a sideboard guide on that. There's not one on the Discord though. Yeah, I need to set up instructions on how to donate. I actually don't know off the top of my head, to be honest with you. There should be a button somewhere that says donate. Yikes. So even if they had, we would have upkeep killed them if we If they did, even if they had the Bog Radiant Fountain there. Okay, so against Amulets, we're gonna bring in the 4th Thoughtseize, both Alpine Moons, the 4th copy of Unholy Heat. And we could like think about playing Chalice or Void Mirror, but I think we're gonna leave those at home. I think like the first copy of Shattering Spree might be fine. Lightning Bolt is the worst card, but like some number to just target their face is sometimes good, of course. It's really, really good when they're at 3 or less life. I think we'll get this 4th Inquisition for the first Shattering Spree, maybe? Seems fine. I think this configuration looks good to me. What's the Death Shadow matchup like versus Amulet? I think Amulet's usually like a little favored, I think. Close. How's Modern these days? I think it's been really good. It's changing a lot and a lot, but I've been really, really enjoying it. I feel like I've been able to play a lot of different decks and do well with them. We're gonna bring it on Earth against grindy matchups usually that don't have exile based removal. But Modern's been really good. Been liking it. Our draw lined up super well against them game 1. Not hard to mulligan turn 1 Monkey in this matchup, but I mean, if they play turn 1 Amulet, I need to Inquisition on 1 because of Dryad. But Monkey's really good against them, so I think we're supposed to keep a hand like this. They don't have a turn 1 Amulet. I'm doing well, Nimble. How you doing today? Been a crazy day. We trophied back-to-back leagues again today. And now I'm embarrassed by the last record, but there was a glitch. We lost because of a glitch. It didn't count, I promise. Chat told me to restart. Oh, I have to take this explosives. Next turn we get to kick Tourach. Did your donation go through? I see a donation from donate 10 ducks. Thank you, and then there's one from Wooden Puddle. I don't know. It looks like the notifications are muted, but yeah, if you can, I'll take a look at your deck text. Sorry, there's just a lot going on. I don't mean to. I wasn't trying to ignore. Retriever Phoenix is a card I see here. It's pretty exciting. Give me 1 second. Alright, if we just get their Titan here, I'm feeling pretty good. I guess they can't... Oh, we hit Titan Summoner's Pact. We're just running so hot today. Okay, so the idea here is that you're playing Arc-like and Retriever Phoenix. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you learn. And then you could also play, I'm assuming, First Day of Class. There's no First Day of Class. Your learn cards are Guiding Voice, put a counter on target creature learn. So this is 1 mana, discard a card to draw a card, Academic Dispute. Just the problem with these cards is they need a target in play, which is maybe doable with these guys. It's a cool idea. I like the idea. I feel like I might just try to play First Day of Class instead of Guiding Voice and stay mono red. I feel like staying mono red has a lot of value. But you know, if you feel like these white sideboard cards are really nice, that these are important. I honestly, I couldn't tell you what learn cards there are, or sorry, what lessons there are for you to play in the sideboard, but I do feel like it's probably good to have a couple of lessons to tutor up when things just aren't going your way. I don't know what they are. You're gonna have to look at those yourself, I guess. But I would recommend trying to see if there are any good ones, and there probably are a couple good ones. I don't think that Lurrus is gonna matter that much. I think I'm just gonna play this tapped, because I have to pay 2 life or sack a treasure to get Lurrus, and just don't see it being that relevant. They did find another Titan. I can legend roll Ragavan for 1 more card type in the yard. Let's see. This is very cool. I feel like this is a very good first draft. I feel like I would just play mono red and play like First Day of Class here, but I like the idea at least. I also think that, you know, this is worth trying it out with this build. I might try Prismatic Ending in the sideboard. I might try rip apart in the sideboard over like Unholy Heat potentially. But I like this deck a lot. I think it's potentially very good. I'll say that as well. I really like the idea of having 8 Phoenixes. I think you've got a great first draft here. Alright. Roll step. Kolaghan's commands gets me Delerium. I also cast Ragavan. Ragavan being a legend has actually been relevant so often. I think this is the lethal too. We get to grow the Tourach with this trigger. I guess they block Titan on Tourach, but then Ragavan gets through. Darcy gets through. Yeah, block here takes 8 exactly. GG. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I missed that. Rest in Peace is not a good sideboard card. Yeah, absolutely not a good sideboard card in your deck. You maybe don't need Graveyard Hate. If you do feel like you need Graveyard Hate, play like Soulguide Lantern or Tormod's Crypt, probably. Don't think there's another good white sideboard card. You could play, I guess double white's kind of tricky, but you could think about Wheel of Sun and Moon, because that's an asymmetrical Graveyard Hate. One of the few cards that fills that role well, but I mean, those deck lists are not very good in my opinion, and they're also all over the place, so whatever. Why are we anti-rip now? Well, in the deck list that we were taking a look at, it was an it was a Phoenix deck. It was playing 8 Phoenixes, and so Rest in Peace being symmetrical Graveyard Hate. It's also like you don't want to play Rest in Peace and Darcy and Lava Dart. Just like, yeah, you just never want that card in your deck, I think. You can even play Leyline of the Void. Leyline of the Void might just be your best option. You can hardcast it off of Manamorphose, and it doesn't affect you. Yeah, I might just recommend Leyline of the Void if you want Graveyard Hate, which you might not even need it that bad. Is one of Tarfire no good? Well, people keep asking about Tarfire, but there's not very many people suggesting what to play Tarfire instead of, you know? So I would recommend try to figure out what to play in that spot, but it's my opinion that I would play the first copy of Unholy Heat before the first Seal of Fire or Tarfire. I guess I'm also going to say that I'd play Seal of Fire over Tarfire because of its synergies with Lurrus, and that you can just cast it and get that Surveil with Dragon Rage's Channeler immediately. Something else to just note. I think it's Living Ends. Get to bring in our Void Mirrors and stuff. Plan to play any more things? Yeah, at some point. It seemed like people didn't like that deck too much, but I really liked it, and I'll play it at some point. No third land. It's pretty good for us. We get to Kroxa and get Delirium too. Is it possible one Seal of Fire over the 4th bolt is not the worst? It's that actually that sounds totally fine. It's just kind of hard for me to like. It's hard to cut the 4th bolt, you know, but that might be the correct play. You know, the hardest decisions might require the strongest wills. Yeah, this game probably is going to come down to if they top deck the 3rd land in time. Seems like maybe they will. Looks like they have Violent Outburst. See if they let the Surveil trigger resolve, we could find another creature to put in the yard, like Kroxa. We get to attack for 5. Void Mirror is worse because of Voidwalker. Well, we just don't have to tap Voidwalker, right? And like also just like makes their deck so much weaker. I'm gonna cast this. We have a Thoughtseize on top. I think I'm just gonna go Lurrus plus Bauble here. Maybe we'll get lucky, put another creature in the yard. I know that they're gonna, you know, Living in Me. Maybe I should have saved the Lurrus because of that. But I kind of want to put another creature in the yard here. Maybe I got a little too zeroed in there. Not gonna play around Violent Outburst. Yeah, well the thing, if they have Violent Outburst, I get to go like I get to trigger Kroxa twice here, and then and then that puts them at Hellbent, and then they also take 3, so they go down to 4. I feel like I'm maybe just beating Violent Outburst here. But maybe I should have held the Lurrus. But if I hold the Lurrus, I'm just not doing anything with the rest of my mana, but I also have the treasures. Just not sure, dude. Just not sure. This also makes like second living end a lot worse for them. Yeah, and Kroxa will have fear. They have to discard their hand and take 4. So they take 3 down to 4. They get to attack me for 9. But they're going to be dead too, like a lot of our draws here. And then we get to see what they're drawing for turns. Big if they hit a land here for a Kroxa trigger. They did hit a land. Unholy Heat is a really good draw too. So I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win. Even get 2 more looks at like a lightning bolt here. Or even Ragavan also kills. Kroxa doesn't kill here. Right? Or short. Alright. Struggling here. So opponent discards the breeding pool, goes down to 1. I guess I'll play around like Force of Negation, kill this now, but oh no, I shouldn't have killed this because it has to attack. It probably won't matter here though. Maybe I should kill the Borrower. What do we lose to now? Petty Theft, no. Violent Living In, they just die. Cool. Used to bring in the Chalice, the Void Mirrors, the Thoughtseize. Tourach's actually pretty good just cast because they have all these cyclers. We just cut the Heats and the 4th Bolt. They killed artifact creatures, so you can give Kroxa unblockable. Yeah, that's right. Forgot that artifact creatures block the fear. Always fear is, you know, not a build. It was a little bit before my time, you know. A little bit before my time. Oh yeah, they also had, you know, other black creatures, but the Carabid has to attack. I don't really think they can get out of it though. Yeah, I know Void Mirror and Bauble don't work together, but obviously, like, there's no other, like, Chalice and Void Mirror are the only cards that stop my opponent's deck, you know? I don't think it's that big of a tension. Alright, let's keep this. 6. I guess they're probably not going to sack their... Yeah, oh no. Disaster. Maybe it was better to Thoughtseize first. I mean, I guess it was. Can't really think of a reason why it wouldn't be there. The drawing Scalding Tarn. Breeding pool. Sorry, I gotta respond to text. Almost always lead with Thoughtseize. I mean, in this matchup, I guess I just don't have much experience. That's kind of maybe just a lesson you learn once. Thoughtseize first against Living End. So we'll see if they found the Cascade spell. Like, I don't think they were supposed to Thoughtseize. Maybe we should have on Darcy Thoughtseize. Maybe we get to Thoughtseize like a big creature here. Just tap Breeding Pool. That kind of felt like a misclick to me, to be honest. Maybe not. We could cast Curator of Mysteries. But I feel like maybe the Graveyard Hate is more relevant right now. I'm not sure what's more relevant. This could be like, they have like maybe just this turn to top deck too. They drew something. Psycho Carabid. Shock and Steam Vents. So they drew Violent Outburst. I can't remember. Yeah, they had the Steam Vents, so they must have just drawn Violent Outburst. So let me go to combat here. So because we can Voidwalker Voidwalker either Curator of Mysteries or Monstrous Carabid in response to the Living End. Assuming that this is them actually having it. So really funny. Card to exile. Doesn't really, I think, affect anything though. So now we force them to Violent Outburst. And then we sack Voidwalker to exile Curator of Mysteries. To cast Curator of Mysteries, but we don't need to cast it right now. Living End resolves, we take nothing with Violent Outburst, then we cast a second Voidwalker, then we attack for 7 next turn and kill them, assuming they don't top deck anything. Don't you gain nothing from that? From what? The Living End? I just said it was funny. Not relevant for sure, but funny. Yeah, from this, yeah, you don't have to cast immediately. This isn't until the end of your turn. You still have to respect timing restrictions on this. On the Voidwalker. So we have 7 points of damage plus the bolt next turn, and so they need to top deck Brazen Borrower. I guess Violent Outburst maybe saves them. Although they probably don't play around at Force of Negation. They drew a spell, or I guess they drew Borrower. Come on! Oh man, that's brutal. That's so brutal for them to draw Violent Outburst into Borrower. Just kind of like worst possibles. But we can go attack with Voidwalker, play Darcy Chump Block, attack with Voidwalker, bolt them. So they need to now hit another runner here. Another relevant card. Oh, did they target themselves with the Architects? Sure. I mean, still, they just don't have like almost any like relevant spells in their deck at this point in the game. They've got a few. Yeah, you're right. The Architects was pretty relevant. So maybe they just drew. I mean, we just need this to be a big creature here. Okay, we win, I think. $3060. Yeah, I don't know what Principe plays, but Principe is, unreal. The Velomachus deck, this is not a matchup we've played against yet. I think we should take the Remand here. This matchup might not be great. Taking their 3-drops seems pretty good here. I feel like I'm liking these Graven Cairns. I'm still taking one of the Prismari commands. I don't really feel like the Lightning Bolt does that much. You play against Principe on Titan? Maybe, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. We played against them and they were playing Titan, and they like we had vindicated all of their permanents and they just didn't concede, which is so weird for like, I don't understand how someone with as many trophies as they have to not concede in spots like that. They discard the Velomachus. I'm gonna play Darcy. If they kill it, we get to escape Kroxa. I know that we are running it into a Lightning Bolt or Prismari Command though. They're in his Bolt Prismari command. So they'll probably go treasure token plus kill Darcy. They go loot plus treasure token, so I can't escape Kroxa. So I guess that makes sense. They discard Mire, Time Warp. They pass. I guess I'm gonna attack and try to bait them into bolting Darcy. And when they don't, I'll just Lurrus in hand plus cast Ragavan. So, like, dashing the monkey means I can't put Lurrus in my hand. We're just gonna trade. We can't Kroxa. We're just gonna trade our whole turn for the bolts. This is a bit better. I assume they bolt Ragavan. They might not. They might not. Yeah, I have one league where he played against the trophy leader and they would not concede. Really? I just don't understand how you have time to. How do you have time to win that much and then also just not concede in those spots? Crazy. Really surprising. Free Duke would be proud though. I don't think I've ever lost on stream because of the clock. Maybe it has happened. Maybe it has happened because of like crashes and stuff. I can't remember. I know for a long time I never did, but maybe it actually has happened now. But yeah, I don't think it at least almost never happens. Starman, thank you for your Twitch Prime subscription. I appreciate you. Discard Prismari command. They're gonna make a token and block. And then we get to Bauble and see if they're top decking their polymorph. Maybe I should have Lurrus Ragavan actually. Yeah, I probably should have dashed Ragavan. I'll just Lurrus Ragavan here. Tourach pretty good against the Cycle Triome plan. They do Sacred Foundry and they can pack it up. Awesome. Wait, I saw their mountain was tapping as they conceded. That was really weird. So Void Mirror stops Velomachus from getting to cast spells. Alpine Moon is very good against the Dwarven Mine. Thoughtseize is just kind of good against them in general. Explosives is good against their mine tokens, but maybe it's better to like play a mixture of Unholy Heat, which can kill Teferi, and Velomachus, and yeah, Unholy Heat actually just seems great against them too. This matchup's probably good. Matchup seems like it's probably good. Sideboard something like this. EE kills the treasures too. That's true. Yeah, EE is probably. We'll play like EE over Kolaghan's command and maybe like 4th Darcy or 4th Ragavan or 3rd Kroxa. 3rd Kroxa. Do you think Monkey Midrange is viable? I have trophied 4 out of my last 5 leagues with it. I'm currently 3-0 up a game. I think I would say that this deck is viable, yes. Only Tourach. No, I just kind of wanted room for the 3rd Kolaghan's command. I feel like that's a better split for like our top end. Not only do I feel like this deck is viable, I have just like this absurd win rate with it at the moment. I think I should try to play around Rin 6 by casting Inquisition on turn 1 here. Rin is pretty bad against us going turn 1 Darcy. They could have Veil of Summer, of course, yeah. And I think I'll save the Bauble for the turn we Darcy, because our next turn is like probably going to be casting Voidwalker. Oh, they had both Darcy and Rin 6. Well, I guess Voidwalker is kind of good against the Rin. Next we get to go Darcy, Bauble, Explosives on 0. They plus Teferi. It's kind of weird. Yeah, plusing to Fairy doesn't make a ton of sense, I think. I haven't tried Magmatic Channeler, but I think you could. My opponent says, oops, yeah. Fair enough. You need to hit a card type to not have this. Okay, cool. Cool. Delirious Darcy. I guess I'll also just like maybe bait them into picking my Darcy. I can sack the Bauble and just get Delirium at instant speed as part of the cost. Yeah. I absolutely like this deck is. I hope that nobody is under the impression that this deck is so good that it is always going to have a record that is this impressive. No deck ever should have a record like this. I think a lot of it has been us getting lucky. A lot of us has been us playing its opponents not playing that well, and the deck is good, but it is not as good as our record reflects, because no modern deck is. No modern deck is. I think I'm gonna if I don't, I guess I just need to hold it. I cast the Void Mirror actually. I'm not even sure that is good. Maybe the Void Mirror isn't even something we should have. What's my record so far? I just posted. Hold on. So we kind of maybe have a controversial match where we played against Mono Green Tron. We lost a really close game 1, and then Magic Online crashed, restarted a game that we were very likely to win, and then we lost after we had to keep a different hand than our first match. It was all really weird. So that one was a bit controversial. So you can decide if you want to count that loss or not. I think that I'm not countering it. Dark Odious, thank you for your Twitch Prime subscription. But we were 10-0 yesterday. We were 14-1 going into this league. We are now 3-0, so 17-1. And so overall, not counting the controversial loss, we are 42-6 with this deck, which is just like unreasonable. That's not like not gonna be a record that ever happens again, kind of thing. We could beat a Rimblem. Yeah, my rating's got to be super high. I don't usually like to talk about ratings because people would just like try to brag about theirs, and I do a lot of like brewing and losing. It's less than 1900. It's 1878. I don't know how. Kind of sad by that. I guess I was running kind of bad like right before that too. Why no Lurrus enhanced? So we can hold up explosives on 0. Void Mirror. I think we probably should side up the Void Mirror, honestly. They're about to cast that. Dude, they have the Rimblem and they cast Rest in Peace. That is so unreasonably lucky for us too. I feel like that was a big mistake by them. I mean, they just had the Veil of Summer. I don't know. They probably drew another Polymorph, right? They drew another Dwarven Mine. We definitely want to dash the monkey because of the Renin 6, but we actually get to first strike if they block here. I don't think they should block. Alright, Sheik, you are in the deck. Congratulations, welcome to the team. It's pretty cool. Welcome to the team, Shinka, the Blood-Soaked Keep. Your card name is very cool too, might I add. Well, they're putting in good work on your first league in the deck. Yeah, Shinka, the Blood-Soaked Keep. Kind of an edgy name that you've picked for yourself there, but that's okay. That's okay. Plenty of good Magic cards have edgy names. Alright, so I think that they have their polymorph here. But they can't cast any spells on Velomachus. Velomachus is just a 5/5 dragon because of Void Mirror. Oh, they killed my Void Mirror. Fair enough. Fair enough. They hit lightning bolts to kill my Voidwalker. They ping my Darcy. All right, pretty good turn, huh? All right, I think we have to hit something off the monkey here. When I come for the legendary lands, oh, they're blocking the monkey. Deal. What did I cut for these? I cut I think I cut the 7th fetch land, and I cut the 7th fetch land, the 3rd swamp, 2nd fetch land, 1st swamp, and it was a Scalding Tarn specifically. Oh, I cut the castle too. Yeah, sad to lose the castle. Castle might come back though, I don't know. They found Time Warp, so we're dead. Okay. Go to game 3. I'm gonna cut these Void Mirrors. I think they're bad. I just play 2 bolts. I think could play 3rd Kroxa. Oh, they brought in Rest in Peace, so I'll just play the bolts. Weird game. I think that one big part of why we're winning so much is this deck just is very consistent. This deck just has so much redundancy and consistency built in, and flood insurance. I think that's a really big part of why we're winning. Do you think that the Royal Scions is a reasonable budget card in a Sprite Dragon build? Yeah, I'm a fan of the Royal Scions. I think I'm actually gonna get Bloodstained Mire or Blood Crypt here because I could draw Black Source into Voidwalker. Oh, maybe I should have baubled myself actually to scry. That was probably more relevant. Oh, my opponent's drawing Veil of Summer, so I'm gonna Thoughtseize now. Oh, yikes! Okay, we take Rest in Peace here, I think, and try to play around this Veil of Summer, huh? We did draw the Voidwalker. And we drew the Black Source. Wow, call it shot. I think we could cast the Voidwalker here. Call it shot. It's gonna cycle a Veil of Summer. Makes sense. Probably okay with that. And make sure the Alpine Moon their Dwarven mine before they get a chance to mine us. We know that they have the Prismari command, so I think I'll dash here. Dash, cast Kroxa probably. Maybe it was better to cast the Ragavan just like and cast Kroxa just to have like the Ragavan die. We can escape Kroxa easier. Hello, sweetheart. Never.
Never let me have my game day.
They convinced me to do a 24-hour stream.
Oh, okay.
They said they would give 1 sub, so I gotta get that sub, baby. You know we need that sub. I don't know. I got one more match after this.
Okay. Well.
They missed their land drop. That's really good for us. Although it kind of seemed like they F6 to their turn. Okay. That's a fine excuse. Maybe I'll cast Ragavan, put Lurrus in my hand here. The Baz, thank you for your Twitch Prime subscription. Hope you're having a good day today. Now, okay, maybe now we don't have to do the 24-hour stream because Baz subscribes.
That's what
we can afford to get that McDouble tonight. I would like to have the top patty tonight. You can have the bottom. Is that okay? Alright, we're going for the 3rd trophy in a row if you don't count the controversial Magic Online crashing, restarting our match bug. The very controversial, everybody's talking about it. Tom Kerr, thank you for a Twitch Prime subscription. Appreciate you, buddy.
I didn't help them.
Oh yeah, you didn't help the move, of course.
I haven't seen Ray since my birthday party when I turned
Yeah, Ray actually plays Magic, but that's why we didn't like meet through Magic. But she plays Efferdin like casually, and she has 2 decks built. She has a mono green Tron, but it's mono green Tron with Hydras as the payoff, just like Hydras, and then like a just budget mono green in fact. But the Hydras deck is really cool. I think she might not have all of the Tron pieces either. But she was like, one time she was like, I want to play against a deck of yours, and all I had was Legacy Ad Nauseam Tendrils. And I was like, no you don't. she made us play. Really funny. Tal, thank you for your Twitch Prime. Hope you're having a good day. Appreciate you. Love to see a new subscriber. Mountain, Misty Rainforest, Mishra's Bauble, Lightning Bolt. And my opponent's probably playing the blue-red Delver deck, right? We get to... Oh, no, hold on. We can't bolt Darcy if we want to Kolaghan's command 1, because they get Delirium if we do that, so I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to make... I have another Ragavan in my hand, so I think I'm going to make them discard. It does feel bad to let them untap with a Darcy, but I think that this is just too bad if we can't kill one with Kolaghan's command this turn. Wait, what?
What? What happened?
I didn't think that this is how it works, but I guess it is. They discard before everything resolves. Dang it. That's such a weird interaction. I thought for whatever... I didn't think that that's how it works, but... So yeah, it says discard on top before it says 2 damage. Is that the reason? I feel like that's the reason. That's possibly just like, especially with us drawing this other bolt, just like maybe a game losing mistake for our 15-0. I feel like, but I also feel like of all the mistakes you could make, that was like a really easy mistake to make, right? It's like both the state-based, okay, the state-based effects checked after the resolution. But then, okay, yeah, okay, I get it. I'm sorry, chat. Sorry to all the believers out there. We can maybe hit like a bolt off this Ragavan though. Or our own Darcy. We don't have Delirium at the moment. Yeah, that's definitely a learning mistake, but like a really bad time to make it. Really bad time. No, do not steal. They have Murktide Regent? Yeah, we lose game 1, I think. Maybe not. Wait, no. They're making a huge mistake. They're delving before they cast Murktide Regent. This is a huge mistake for them. Alright. No, they realized, no! Damn, it was so close. Don't accuse our opponent of scream sniping unless their username's in the chat, please. That would feel so bad. Because I feel like I really want to make... Yeah, their username's not in the chat. Don't... No ghost accusations. Please. They're just dead. Just dead to the 9 points of damage in the air. I think they were joking. Well, some people aren't joking though, and you know, even if you are joking, people like go back and they watch the VODs, and when they see that people are accusing them of ghosting, they feel bad about it. Especially when they weren't, you know? So it's just good to avoid all that. I think I'm gonna cut the... Maybe Tourachs are fine. I haven't played this matchup very much. I think maybe just like one time before. I'm not sure about the explosives either. Voidwalker's kind of nice. They're pretty like reliant on their graveyard. I thought Thoughtseize is like really good to take Murktide Regent, but it's kind of bad beyond taking Murktide Regent, I think. I know that the Twitch name of MTGO could be different, but what I'm saying is we're not trying to witch hunt, you know? But if like sometimes if they're like, you know, and even like one time someone made a Twitch name for our opponent's username, and it was like very clearly not them because the account had been made like in the last 7 minutes or something. So it's just you know, better not to accuse anybody falsely. But Taya, thank you for your raid. Hope you're having a good day. We've got a really tense moment here. We've won our last 14 matches with this deck. And if you don't count a controversial Magic Online restarting and like messing up the whole match bug. And I've never won 15 matches in a row on Magic Online on stream, and so this would be personal record. I'm pretty hopeful that we can get there. Alright, so let me take Unholy Heat, and then we can Inquisition the threads before they get to Voidwalker it. Yeah, even if we lose, we're still crushing. Although we have also been in a trophy race with Doomwake, and we need to win this match in order to catch up. But we're down a game, a game that was maybe couldn't beat that Murktide Regent, but I made a pretty big mistake not realizing that they could get Delerium for their Dragon Regis Channeler when I went Kolaghan's command. Oh, if I just returned Ragavan, then the whole game is like so much better. They drew a Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt is at least exiled for their Voidtide Regent. Murktide Regent, sorry. Voidtide Regent sounds cool. They have a Spell Pierce on top, good card to know about. I'm gonna take that Expressive Iteration and then try to play around the threads. I guess they just get to Murktide Regent now. But they can't Murktide Regent for... the Murktide Regent can die to Unholy Heat. I'm gonna play this tap though, because they have Spell Pierce. Yeah, their Regent can die to Unholy Heat, so this is good. How do you play around threads? Just draw another discard spell. Kroxa also, like, if they're just holding threads forever, they have to, like, discard it to Kroxa. Yeah, people just love Delver for sure. Threads also can't steal Lurrus, so I could just go in on Lurrus here too. I can dash Ragavan. I think there's a lot of ways to play around it. And I think this turn I'll dash Ragavan, because we know their hand is Spell Pierce Threads. And we know their hand is Spell Pierce Threads. There's just like so many ways we can get just any card here is good for us, but didn't get any. That's fine though. Ragavan is still very good against what is currently in their hand. They drew a Serum Visions, maybe? Yep. Yeah, and Holy Heat this card is absurd. This card is absurd. Doesn't always kill Murktide Regent though. Murktide Regent is sometimes a 7/7 or 8/8. This deck feels like it's kind of soft to rip. It is, yeah. I mean, you can't be good against everything, but you can also be Rest in Peace with like Voidwalker, Ragavan, and just discard it, right? But obviously, like, I'm not under the impression this deck is just unstoppable. But I want to leave up the Shizo here, so if my opponent just like flashes in Snapcaster to block, I can make Ragavan unblockable. They went bottom top, and I guess they drew Mishra's Bauble here, so I guess I wouldn't need to even think about this, but it's also not a downside to play the Shizo here. So they put Fiery Islet on top, knowing that I would exile with Ragavan. It's a good play. Yeah, I know I didn't update the Stream Decker. We ended up dropping the Castle, the second Scalding Tarn, and the third Basic Swamp to play both the Shizo and then the red Shizo. The red one gives first strike, and they've been relevant. I think that they're good to play in this deck. We have a lot of legends. We have a lot of legends in our deck. Yeah, can't Threads Lurrus. I'm like a little bit worried about, like, they also can't Archmage's Charm Ragavan because it goes back to our hand. Yeah, dashing is so good against them. Two lands came in. No, hold on. A Basic Swamp. Oh, sorry, I added the third Blood Crypt too. I added the third Blood Crypt because I wanted to, like, one more duel with like these two lands that don't tap for 2 colors. So I think I'm gonna cast Voidwalker here. I'm pretty happy if they just spend their turn casting Threads. Then we just get to Kolaghan's command their Voidwalker, make them discard a card. I guess less happy if the one unknown card is Lightning Bolts. But we get to go kill Voidwalker, return Lurrus. Pay for Spell Pierce. Which we know is their last card. I guess I could return Ragavan instead. Yeah. If I lose this game, will I concede? Is it Murktide is greater than Red X Monkey Lurrus? I think that there's no way, right? That would ever. I mean, we've just been having like such a crazy string. If they draw Murktide region here, we just lose. If they go like Thought Scour into Murktide. No! Oh no. Why did I say that? Why did I say that? What possible benefit could it have been for me to say that? I can't believe. We go Lurrus Voidwalker here. We can go Lurrus Bauble Kroxa. I feel like Lurrus Voidwalker trying to race. We're at 19. We're at 19. It's just like this is like the only way they could like start to get back, I think. Yeah. And then next turn we can like Inquisition. We can maybe go Inquisition, cast Kroxa off Lurrus and kill them if they drew a land this turn. Yeah, if they draw a land and they die if they attack. Come on, dude. Unreal. We still like we just need them to not draw like they went Thought Scour Regent into Bolts, which are like they're probably better series of draws, but this one has felt like really close to perfect. But we're still like if they don't draw a burn spell here, exactly a burn spell, we're still like definitely ahead. Especially because they can't block the Kroxa because of Shizo. Okay, so I can also leave up Voidwalker for Spell Pierce. This plays around Snapcaster Bolt. But they probably don't play Snapcaster if they play Murktide. I think that's good. It's also like if they draw Iteration, we Spell Pierce Iteration. No, come on. I think this is. I'm sick. I'm sick to my stomach with them tapping the red there. I'm just sick to my stomach. They're looking at the cards in exile. And they might be trolling, but I think they're just looking at the cards with the void counter. They drew Darcy. Okay, so we win. We win. They're just dead. Because we can Kroxa unblockable. So this is winning us our match here, which is absurd. Oh man, I just really want to win. It would be like I've never won 15 matches in a row on stream before. It just would be cool to get there. Be like just a personal, you know, badge. I have to have game 3 though. Game 3 is going to be harder maybe. When they tap that red source, I'm just sick to my stomach. Wait till I lose. I can't today. I got things to do. I've already been live for like, I guess only like 6.5 hours. Okay, how do you feel about this hand? I feel like this hand is a keep on the draw. Like just 3 1-mana interactive spells is fine. I feel like this is supposed to be a keep on the draw in this matchup. Yeah, like a hard hand to have to keep, but I think you're supposed to keep it. So you probably have Thought Scour. If they have Thought Scour Murktide Regent, we just lose. I guess we could maybe kill it with Unholy Heat. They have 2 Thought Scours and an Expressive Iteration, and 2 Expressive Iterations actually. They also kept a 1-lander. They have more cantrips, but they're on the draw. They mill over 2 lands. I mean, obviously that doesn't mean too much. Oh my gosh. We know that they have a bolt, so if I play Darcy, it's getting bolted. I think I'm just gonna bolt their Delver. Maybe I should have waited to see what they reveal. It's worse against Spell Pierce though. They drew a land. We drew a land too. So exciting. So freaking exciting. I'm gonna go Darcy plus Inquisition. I mean, their double Expressive Iteration is really bad for us. Maybe I should have just tried to take both. Yeah, I think I just need to take the second Expressive Iteration. No, I don't want Inquisition first. I'd rather I mean, I guess they have the bolt, but we get the surveil value, which is something I value a lot here, I think. Yeah, Threads is a good sideboard card, I agree. I think it's a good card in the metagame at the moment. Reveal Fiery Islet, which is a very painful card for them to have here. I kind of like just resolving Kolaghan's command, making them discard a card, returning Darcy, get some card advantage back. We know they have Bolt and Red, so I feel like playing Voidwalker here is probably not that good. Will Ragavan be banned soon? I mean, I don't work for it. They didn't cast Serum Visions? Weird. They sack Fiery Islet? That's crazy. Missing lands like just a turn ago. Yeah, they can't Threads of Disloyalty Lurrus. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is go Darcy, Lurrus in hand. And if they Threads of Disloyalty my Darcy, and if I can go Bolt Darcy and then Lurrus back Darcy if I draw a land. Get 2 for 1. Or just Bolt, or I could go like Bolt plus Voidwalker and then, you know, set up for 2 for 1 the following turn. So we know that their hand is Lightning Bolt, and then now it's going to be 2 unknowns, and then they get the Serum Visions. They put a card on top with Darcy. They drew that off the Visions just now. They do put 2 cards on top. Scared of that. Oh, we get to Ragavan one of the cards. That feels probably worth it. Maybe play Voidwalker post-combat. We can play... Oh, please have kept Murktide Regent on top. But not second from the top, of course. Threads, okay. Fine. Delver. The hand is Bolts, a card they put on top, unless maybe this was the card they put on top. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna go to combat. And then if they bolt this, I'll go for Voidwalker, Ragavan, Unholy Heat, Delver. Maybe I just want to get my 2 for 1 here. Maybe I just want to get my 2 for 1. No, it's pretty bad for us if they play Murktide Regent and I can't Lurrus to lifelink and race a bit. Here's Bolt's mystery card. I'm gonna leave the Unholy Heat here on the upkeep, I think. They should have responded to the... Or did I cast Voidwalker first? Yeah. But I can bolt after they reveal, potentially. They reveal Unholy Heats. I'll bolt now. It's bad if their last card is Counterspell. Their hand... Oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah, they cast the bolts we knew about. Looks like their last card is another burn spell, and then they're drawing another Unholy Heat. Or no, so they're tapping... It looks like maybe they're tapping their red source thinking it's already in their hand. No, okay, never mind. They're just thinking about casting the Heat instead. This has been, you know, we've played a lot of really good games today. Kroxa is so good here. So good to not have to run the Lurrus into the Heat. We played a lot of good games today. This has been like, you know, a very good ending to what has been an awesome stream. Now, if they draw Murktide Regent this turn, we probably lose. They did not draw Murktide Regent. So I guess we can play around Counterspell by going Lurrus into Channeler. I guess if they cast Regent, we could like block with Channeler some. Well, we have Unearth for Lurrus next turn. We've been drawing so well. They drew a land. Yes, let's go. Oh my gosh. So I think we Unearth. I think we Unearth Lurrus. We get to trigger Darcy. Could maybe find a Bauble for Lurrus's ability. But I'm probably just escaping Kroxa. 3 5-0s in a row. Personal record. We caught up with Doom. Let's go! I can't believe it. That's so exciting. That was a great match too. That's awesome. 5 trophies with this deck out of our last 6 leagues. That is unreal. And obviously we got very lucky. We had opponents making a lot of like sketchy plays, but I've never gotten 15 wins on stream in a row before. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And then what a great way to end the stream too. I'm gonna be playing